What's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Boxing. We're back again with the pre-gaming show. We got this fight week for you guys. It's not really crazy, not really a big fight week, but we still got some boxing to talk about for sure. Before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe for sure. We'll get straight into it. So it's not really nothing too crazy, but we still got some good stuff. All right, we're gonna start with this one on Friday. August the 8th. So this is like a WBA event. These guys fighting in Liberia. Well, I think that's what it's called, Libya. It's in Africa, I believe. So it's a bunch of WBA sanctioned bouts on this card. It's going to headline by Cuello versus Rios. Y'all remember Cuello? He won a title eliminator on the Benavidez Morel undercard against Olivio. He got dropped in that fight, and he came back to actually win by knockout in the last round. So they fighting for the WBA interim title at the featherweight division. The winner is the mandatory for Nick Ball. So it's interesting that they fighting a week before Nick Ball actually. So maybe the winner actually get Nick Ball or whoever wins between Nick Ball and Sam Goodman next. But it should be a pretty good matchup. Rios is undefeated. Both guys undefeated. Rios is from Mexico, solid competitor. He's strong. But I like Cuello. Cuello is a better boxer. He's more versatile and he got power. So I expect him to win that fight. You got Albert Ramirez is on the card. He's fighting the WBA eliminator, light heavyweight against Jerome Papillon. So Albert Ramirez, for me, he's like a top six light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? You got Bivol, Peterbiev, Benavidez, Morel, Callum Smith, Anthony Yard, and I think Albert Ramirez is next. He's a good fighter, southpaw from Venezuela, a good boxer. He got good power, you know, so got a high knockout ratio. So he's facing Papillon, who's been given a lot of opportunities. I think he's from Australia. He came up short a couple of times against the southpaw Conor Wallace. Conor Wallace is actually number two in the IBF. So they fought for eliminator too. So I think Ramirez will win this fight as well. You know what I'm saying? He a good fighter though. If you guys haven't seen him, Andrew Gray, what's good with you? Mike in the building, salute to you. Auckland LD, what's good? Salute. So yeah, and this card is on the zone too. If I failed to mention that earlier, so you guys can tap in with it. You got Mike Perez, the cruiserweight. He used to be a heavyweight contender back in the day, but he's facing Christian Luis on this card. You got Yosuma. So Yosuma is a French. He's a French Olympian. Keyshawn Davis stopped him in the Olympics a couple years ago, but he's undefeated as a pro. He's going to face Francisco Fonseca. It's a WBA gold title at 135 pounds. And then Arguello, he's fighting for a WBA gold title as well. He's a fun, action-packed fighter too. So it's actually a solid card. You know what I'm saying? You guys got the zone. Feel free to tap in with it. You know what I'm saying? Get some eliminators and some interim titles. Y'all know how WBA get down. All right, so this one right here, this is the return of Marcela Cornejo. She's back. She's coming off. She just had a baby, so she's coming back to action. She's world rated with the in 154 with the WBC, WBA. So she's in position to possibly get a world title shot. You know, she fought everybody. The last time I seen her was against Carissa Shields. She came up short right there, but she's back. We'll see how she look coming back. Um, so yeah. But this is a Roy Jones Jr. Promotion, so he got some fighters on this card. Andrew Murphy is on the card, solid fighter, super middleweight. He been around for a while, so tap in with that. He got a couple other fighters, so yeah, that's what's up though. Like I mentioned before, this is it's not really a big time fight week. So some of these fight cards, um, they like local shows. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is right there. Let's keep it pushing. Also, we got the return of Otabek. So Otabek is a good fighter. Um, he used to be the mandatory at 130 pounds at WBA. Ain't seen him in a while. I know he fought on Pro Box, and he had some good wins. And then all of a sudden, we ain't heard from him. But Otar is back. Ola Rosian. He's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting in Southern California, so it's a comeback fight for him. And I was wondering where he was at because, like at 130, he's one of the best. He got that Lomachenko style to him. A lot of footwork, a lot of in and out movement, good combinations. You know what I'm saying? Got good power. You know, and he got some good wins under his belt too. So he's making his return. So this is a local show. If you guys heard of it's an app called Millions. If you guys heard of it, that's where you can watch this fight at. You know what I'm saying? If you're interested. All right, moving on. Here's another card for this week. This is actually Friday, but we have a guy on this card that's worth note. He's Ricardo Salas. Ricardo Salas, he stopped Roman Villa in the welterweight division. The same guy Boost stopped. I think he stopped him faster, but he's close to a world title opportunity. He may be fighting an eliminator, so he's back this weekend. And if he wins, he'll probably get a world title shot. So had to shout him out. And then this is the last one right here. So we got an IBF final eliminator coming up at 115 pounds. Thank you for this because this is slow as a turtle this week. Now it is. What's good with you, Nick J? Salute to you. Yeah, it is slow. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta watch my boxing. With all the drama going on, I still gotta watch my boxing. All right, so this card right here, this you can catch this on ESPN Knockout if you guys have it. Hopefully, I know ESPN Plus, they did a show last week on ESPN Knockout, but it's not top rank anymore. So if you guys still got your ESPN Plus, then you can tap in with it. But this is an IBF final eliminator at 115 pounds. So this is Bam Rodriguez division. The winner would become the mandatory for Wiliberto Garcia. And this is actually a good matchup. Argie Cortez versus Andrew Maloney. Pretty even fight. You know, both guys been around and fought a lot of top competitors in and around their division. Cortez, I remember he gave what's my man's name? Estrada. He gave Estrada a real good fight a couple years ago. Maloney is tough as nails. I'm not sure if he been the same since the Junto Nakatani knockout loss. That was nasty. But since then, he been looking okay. But he's a solid fighter, and this is gonna be a good fight too. They're gonna be fighting in the trenches right here. So this might be the best fight of the weekend. You know, we got a slow week, so should be something to tap into. Banks Hayes, what's good with you? Salute. This will probably be a banger. Those Malone brothers, yeah, they never in a dog fight. Now that's facts. That is facts. And this is kind of like a last opportunity for both guys. You know what I'm saying? Because the winner, I do think they would beat the champion Garcia. I don't really rate him that high. If you guys see him on tape, you'll see why. He throw wide punches. He don't really got that good of a defense. He ain't really that talented. So, and this is Bam's division. So Bam is trying to become undisputed, and we know Bam got a fight coming up, a unification coming up. November 22nd against Fernando Martinez. So, if he wins that, he gonna have one more belt to get, and that's the IBF. And in the meantime, this whoever wins this fight, they get an opportunity at the world title, and then they can be in position for a big money fight with Bam. So, yeah, that's why it's important. So we'll see how these guys look. Dane Farther in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. So yeah, not a big fight week, not a big fight week at all, but still got some good stuff. Let me recap it for you guys. So Friday, live on the zone, we got a bunch of WBA title fights. Like you got an interim title fight, you got eliminators, you got some regional title fights. But Cuello versus Rios. This is for the WBA interim title at 126. So it makes the winner the mandatory for Nick Ball. So we know Nick Ball is fighting on the 16th. The winner should get Nick Ball if he wins. You have Ramirez. Look out for Ramirez. I like him. I'm not sure if a lot of fans is tapped in with Albert Ramirez, light heavyweight contender. In my rankings, I think he like number 6 at light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? 6 or 7. He's a good fighter. And I know we're not tapped in. He's been fighting in Canada, but he's actually a good fighter for sure. So that'll be on the zone. We have a card up in Washington. This is the return of Marcela Carnejo, former world champion. She's been around for a long time. This is the interesting thing for me for this one. She just had a baby, so she's coming back after that. So we'll see how she look, and she'll mess around. If she wins, she can get another title fight. She's facing Natasha Spence. Natasha Spence, she had some good rounds against Shadeja. They scored a knockdown in that fight, but that was a push. But Natasha Spence is pretty tough. You know what I'm saying? So that's who she's fighting. If she don't come correct, she can mess around and lose that fight. Just keep it a buck. So she making her return. And then this one from Mexico, we got the return of Ricardo Salas. He's a welterweight contender. If he wins, he's close to a world title opportunity. And like I mentioned, he beat Ramon Villa. He stopped Ramon Villa faster than Boots did. If you guys want to, compare that. But he's a good fighter. He's strong, so he'll be back. We got Otar Ori. I forgot to say his last name, but Otar. Yo, he can fight, yo. We haven't seen Otar in a long ass time. He was a WBA mandatory. Sure, he was actually the mandatory for Hector Luis Garcia before Lamont Roach Jr. skipped the line. You know what I'm saying? Something happened promotional wise. I forgot. But he was fighting on Pro Box. When Pro Box first started, like in 2022, he was on a lot of their cards, and then all of a sudden he just vanished. So he's making his return. He's a good fighter too. He got some Lomachenko in him. And then the last one, Cortez versus Maloney, IBF final eliminator at 115 pounds. So the winner will be in position for a big fight, possibly with Ben Rodriguez sometime next year. So that's what it is. Salute to everybody coming through, man. That's all I got for you guys with this one. Hopefully we can tap in with this boxing for sure, and have a good fight weekend. Once again, salute to everybody coming through. That's my time, and I'm out.